Hey, Randy Miller, Roche Realty Group in Meredith, New Hampshire. Today I'm out on a property in Springfield, New Hampshire. This is a 29.74 acre parcel. It's actually two separate parcels, one 2.74 acre parcel and one 27 acre parcel. They do touch in the rear, but there is a Class 6 road that runs back to the larger parcel, and the two properties are on either side of that roadway. The smaller parcel, the 2.74 acre parcel, actually has road frontage on 4A, which is a state road. It's pretty quiet though. It's even though it is a major roadway. I've been out here several times and not much in the way of traffic, which is really nice. It's fairly quiet. From here, you're probably, half hour to Lebanon, Hanover, maybe the same amount of time to get to Ragged Mountain over in Danbury. You can go up to Ruggles Mine. Grafton's just north of us here, northeast of us here. And trying to think of all the stuff that's over. It's kind of a neat area, very rural. There's not a ton of development out this way. This property is very pretty. It has direct access to a marshland that's behind it, and I'll show that in this video as well. But it has direct access to the marshland. It's all state land, and the eastern boundary of the larger lot is all state land as well. Western boundary, which we're heading towards right now, is a separate owner. It looks like they may have done some clearing on their lot. It's hard to tell what their plans are, but it just looks like a pretty open, undeveloped lot back here. And so I'm heading back to the corner boundary, which I'm going to come to in just a moment. So actually, just walked past it moments ago as I was talking, so I'm heading back to it now. So the boundary for this property is a rock wall, and let me flip this around so you can kind of see this. So this is a roadway coming in, and down the way you might be able to see that the old food truck there is where the parking area is, and then we're down a couple 100 feet here, and then this is a rock wall. You can see a little tape in the tree here, and then here's this rock wall here. Now I cannot find an actual pin, but this is right where it should be, and there's some indications here. So I'm not 100% certain, but I would assume a very good assumption that this is the property boundary here. So I'm going to walk back this way. So there are several areas here that, you've got some good saplings growing down here, but a lot of this property is pretty mature. It does look like there was some clearing done at some point in the past, maybe a selective cut. So there's areas where the saplings are a bit thick, but it's fairly easy to get through the most part, and the current owners have actually cut several trails through the property, leading to a couple of very nice areas that they were utilizing as camping areas, places to hang out. And so this is not on the property here, but just across from it. I just find this very fascinating. This is a massive piece of ledge sticking up here. But pretty cool anyway. It goes all the way down to here. But I'm going to walk back and show you where the other boundary is as well. So again, this is just looking into the larger part of the land, the 27 acres. And then actually right up here, the other two that are, the other 2.74 acres rather, comes in over here. And this property marker is actually still here, and that's right there. And that is the corner of the 2.74 acre lot. Now this one cuts back through and kind of goes along here and then straight out into the woods, and there's sort of a wedge-shaped lot with a couple of homes on it on the way in on this Class 6 road here. But let's go take a look down this pathway. So right away, first thing I want to kind of show you is that there is this really nice cleared out spot here that they have for parking. Plenty of space. That's the food truck. They actually intended to utilize that as their kitchen when they were camping. So very clever idea, to be honest. That is also for sale. There's going to be some pictures of that as well that I can send anyone that would like to take a look at that. So this is a little trailway that they've cut through and just made nice and easy to get through. This is going to lead us down to the first area that's cleared out. Little camping site. Has a platform, which I'll show you. But you can just see, you know, how pretty this really is. It's such a nice little lot. Lots of potential here. But yeah. Just wanted you to hear the tranquility that is out here. It's very peaceful. Not very much noise out here at all, other than some distant buzzing. I think I hear some crickets maybe out in the very distant, but the wind rustling through the trees periodically. But this is a very, very peaceful lot. This is the first cleared out area. They had a couple benches here that they were utilizing. My dog just found some water. This is a platform they built that they had erected a tent on. It makes a really good tent platform, but it also could be, you know, a little cabin, something like that you could build in here. Giant piece of rock here used for a corner foundation. I love it. You know, they had cut out some sticks and were just kind of clearing and preparing the site for some good old family camping. Very, very cool out here. Property kind of slopes from the roadway all the way towards the marshland. I believe with a proper amount of clearing, and unfortunately it would take quite a bit of clearing, you would be able to get some views of at least the mountains and possibly even views of the marshland. There is a nice big lake back there in the marshlands, and it looks really pretty. Again, I will show you those in the photos that I put in the video here. But yeah, so kind of came to a bit of a crossroad here. I am getting closer to the edge of the property, just a bit off of that direction there towards the neighbor there. But this is just a pathway, and supposed to be another cleared out area down here with some more camping. So let's keep looking. So I'm basically on the edge of the property here, where I'm just kind of heading toward the rear of the property. Looks like I've found another spider web. Lots of those out here. Looks like we may have found another logging trail here. But let's kind of keep cutting back through here, and we'll see if we can't get down to the marshlands. Here we go. So now I can cut back towards the back. This feels like a pretty open here. We'll see how far we can get on this little trail. Feels pretty well cut in, actually. So almost intentional. We'll see what it leads to. We kind of came back over and we're going to follow a different little pathway here. Again, we're getting pretty deep on the lot now. We're getting probably somewhat close to the marshlands back here. Now we're just going to walk up here and see what we can see. Like the bear who went over the mountain to see what he could see. And he saw another mountain. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if we can get through this or not. We'll give it a shot. There we go. Ugh. I am angering a lot of spiders out here. Yeah, this is really super, super thick back here on the edge. I can kind of see where the clearing is over there, but not sure if we can make it or not. We're gonna give it a shot here. Keep pushing through. Ooh, there we go. This feels better. So interesting, we're up on a bit of a hill here. I believe we're off property at this point on the state land. So obviously, you know, state land is public land, and unless they have a specific reason to keep you off of it, and there are places like that. This is not one of them. You do have unrestricted access. Of course, there are some rules, and as always, you know, it's always wise to be respectful of the land either way. But yeah, it's pretty neat. It's probably easy to get through here in the winter when you get a good snow covering and maybe some snowshoes. But it's not terrible out here. This is actually fairly easy to walk through. But yeah, I think we're very close. I can kind of see it now right there through those trees, but let's, I'm going to turn the camera off and see if I can't push my way the rest of the way through. Well, we did it. Made it down to the edge of the marshlands. You can really see them through here. Unfortunately, it's pretty wet in front of me. This is all wetlands that I'm in front of. My dog doesn't care. But I brought my muck boots, but I'm not sure how bad it gets and how quickly. You know, again, I've got some good pictures of it from the drone, so you can really see it from the air a lot better anyway. But yeah, there it is. We did it. We made it all the way through. Okay, so we made it back. I'm gonna head up this way. I feel like feels like a trail here. We'll see if this goes anywhere. Try to get back to the front part of the lot. Definitely feels, you know, pretty easy to walk through here. I can see some evidence of trees being disturbed maybe a little bit. And again, we're right on the west boundary of the property here, and it leads, you know, up through the property and back up to the Class 6 road. And so we've kind of weaved our way around the whole property pretty much. I mean, There's some of it in the east boundary I haven't been over to yet. This trip, I've been over there myself for the sake of keeping the video from droning on forever. I try not to see every nook and cranny of a property, but and also it leaves something for, you know, you as the buyer to discover. But yeah, interesting. So I don't think I'm following the proper trail here. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. It feels like it, but every time I look up, it seems like I'm hitting a dead end. But yeah, this seems pretty easy to get through, actually. This might be an old logging trail that's just grown in a bit. But yeah, for the sake of not boring you to death, I'm going to move forward and I'll pick up somewhere else. So I keep finding, and these are probably little strings to help direct us, but little strings throughout the property that kind of help guide you through. Unfortunately, it's a little inconsistent, so they're not everywhere. But, and I think, you know, over the past couple seasons, some of the trees have fallen and made it a little bit more difficult to get through. But overall, it's not too hard to get through here. Well, I was a bit off. We're actually on the western boundary still. I just looked at my map. I felt like I was cutting into the property, but it appears that I've just been following the western boundary. So we're probably going to come out to the Class 6 road here in a little ways. I'm not exactly sure where we're going to come out, but probably somewhere real close to that rock wall. Well, lo and behold, there it is. The rock wall I was just talking about. So there's that. And we're still on a little trail here. So that's the property boundary there, that rock wall. And let's see where we go here. There's a trail that goes that way. That probably goes back to the camp. Let's see what we can find up this way. Since we're here, this is cool. Oh, wow. This is pretty neat. They have a whole other spot here that I did not know about. This would make a very cool campsite also. It's very, very nice and cleared out. Boy, this is really cool. Kind of elevated up over the woods here. And then I'm guessing this trail over on this end heads back towards, we're heading towards the center of the property now. This time I'm certain. I looked, and here we go. We got some more rope to guide us. We are heading back towards the center of the property. Here is a pretty sharp bend here, but this trail is pretty well marked. Can't wait to see where this comes out. I did not see this on the other side, so kind of hoping it's obvious. Oh, here we are. It is very obvious. Okay. Oh, this tree is right in the pathway. There we go. That helped a little. Yeah, check this out. Okay. This is super great. So 3 little cleared out areas that they've made. They use some yarn to help guide you, although unfortunately it's not consistent. So if you're not comfortable walking through the woods, I would suggest you either have me come with you. I'd be happy to do so. There are some really good apps that will help you. A lot of people use Onyx Hunt. That's a really good app. It's free to download. You know, I think you get property boundaries for free. I think it's just the information that they withhold unless you pay a fee for the data. But it is very helpful because it gives you a GPS location of where you are and the property boundaries. So as you hike in the woods, it can really be a very good aid in helping you get through. And because, God forbid you get lost. Now, cell phone service out here seems to be decent. I go between 1 and 2 bars, but I had to update the Maya mapping software on my phone, and it was able to handle that and got it done rather quickly. So even though it's not very strong signal, it does work pretty rapidly, and I've been able to check my location the whole time. I use AT&T. I've had Verizon before too, and they seem to work about the same wherever you are. And T-Mobile, I think, would probably work out here too. Those three tend to be pretty comparable from spot to spot. But yeah, so this is back up at the roadway, and now let's take a quick gander at the smaller parcel. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because, again, it's a small parcel. But it basically looks like this, but flatter because it's just right over here. And so it goes along this roadway all the way out to the main road, which is 4A again. I mentioned that earlier, but bears repeating. This is Phelps Road, is this class 6 road. It's called Phelps Road. And this property just goes, it's a rectangle, skinnier than it is long. So again, this is the 2-acre parcel here, and it's pretty much looks like this. Now on the other side of this property is looks like a field, comes right up pretty close to the property boundary, so might be a little buffer of trees, but it looks like a hay field probably. The topo shows it's fairly level, although there is a little undulation. You can kind of see it in here, but for the most part it's pretty level. And again, it does have frontage on 4A, and this little pond here in the very, very back corner next to the road. Looks like a vernal pond, so it's probably generally dry in the summer, although it's hard to say. We've just had so much rain this year, it's pretty full at the moment. So just wanted to do a quick little drive out of here. So this is leaving the parking area, and we're heading down Phelps Road. Sorry, it's a little shaky, but I just have it in a little mount on my dashboard here. But the roadway, like I said, it's very, very well maintained. There is a couple of homes up here on the left as we're heading out, and as always, I try not to get too many shots of people's private property if I can avoid it, just for privacy's sake and out of courtesy to them. But you can kind of see along the roadway that it's easy to navigate. And I'm in a little very low clearance car right now, but this is still all the property on the right hand side here. And we're heading out to 4A, and all this property, it's very easy to look into and see. Like I said, there's a little bit of undulation, but mostly it's level, this 2.74 acre lot. And this is 4A here, and I'm just gonna kind of head towards where I'm going, and you can see my road sign there on the side. This is the 2.74 acre again, and the property ends right about here. So and then there's all hay fields, like I was saying before. And this is the area. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.